All right, are you guys ready to get started? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So get yourself set up. Find a mat or just like a blanket or maybe a carpeted room or something to have plenty of room to set up on. And just get yourself like a pillow or a blanket or something that you can sit on. Even if you have like really flexible hips, it's just nice to sit up a little bit on something because it takes the angle out of your hips. So if you notice when you're here, your knees are all the way up, you can just sit up on as many blankets or pillows as you want to kind of get that angle out and let those hips release down. And again, if this is still way too much for you, you can always just extend the legs out. You can always lay down on your back. So we're going to start off in a comfortable seat. So finding those sits bones, those two bony points at the bottom of the pelvis, and just kind of feel yourself move from side to side so you can feel both of them, and then try to distribute the weight evenly between the sits bones. And let's bring our hands palm down just because I think a lot of us are looking for a little more groundedness in our life right now. Although if you feel like you want a little more energy, you can bring your palms up. So making sure that your shoulders are stacked over your hips. Sometimes I see people leaning way forward, so just try to get those shoulders stacked on top of the hips. Think about stacking the spine nice and tall. And then closing your eyes. I'm going to get my clock up here so I keep track of time. Sorry, just remembered that. So you're sitting in your seat and you're breathing here. So close your eyes if you feel comfortable with that. And if you feel like you kind of got some pent up energy you're holding on to, just take a deep inhale through your nose and then open your mouth, exhale. Maybe even sigh or moan out. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. One more time, just like that. Deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Good. Now closing your mouth and then just trying to breathe in and out your nose. So if you're stuffed up today, you can breathe in and out your mouth, but you're going to attempt to breathe in and out your nose. And you're going to try to maintain that throughout class. So really thinking about lengthening the inhales and controlling the exhale. So it's easy just to exhale it all out. But see if you can restrict the breath a little bit and slowly, over a longer amount of time, release that exhale. You can restrict the back of the throat. And you find that kind of hissing sound in and out the nose. So it's the very same way you make that HA sound out the mouth, that but you find it in your nose. So it's a little easier to find on your exhale, a little more challenging to find on your inhale. It should sound like this. So it's not a forceful breath. It's a really calm and controlled breath. You're not really trying to make that hissing noise too loud. It's not about the noise. But that noise and that sensation in the throat can give you something to latch on to focus in on. Now again, you're going to try to maintain this breath throughout the flow today. So the idea is connecting the breath to the poses. That's vinyasa. Creating a moving meditation. So you're letting your breath be your guide throughout class. If there's ever a moment where you feel yourself really struggling, you need more oxygen in or you need more carbon dioxide out, then you can supplement with your mouth breathing. And in those moments, if you feel that, I encourage you to either just pause in your pose to reconnect to that breath, Or you can even take a child's pose or a seat and reconnect. So see if you can make this class about maintaining this calm breath. Now, it's difficult to do. It's a practice. So if you don't get it right today, it's okay. Just try again tomorrow. Just a few more breaths like this. Ujjayi in and out. In and out. Good. So slowly start to blink open your eyes, maintaining this breath. On your inhale, slowly start to raise the hands up over the head, palms touch up over the head. And then exhale, take your right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. So feel this slight engagement of your core to protect your low back, and then let your chest guide you in this twist. You can gaze over the right shoulder. Maintain your breath. Feel how when you inhale, the lungs expand, the ribs expand, the muscles expand. When you exhale, you feel yourself twisting just a tiny bit deeper. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, coming back to center. Good. Inhale the arms up over the head, palms touch, look up. Exhale, this time the left hand behind you, right hand to the left knee. Again, feel that little engagement of your core so you're not putting too much pressure on that low back, and let your chest, your thoracic spine guide you in this twist. And then you can gaze over the left shoulder. Keep breathing here. So your thoracic spine, your mid-spine here, is connected to your ribs. It's the least flexible part of the spine. So any spinal manipulation like a twist or a heart opener, you always want to initiate with the thoracic spine so that you don't hyperextend the thoracic spine. So it's kind of a complicated idea. So if you don't understand that, we can talk about it later. Just send me a message. One more inhale. And then exhale. Slowly start to come back to center. Good. Inhale the arms up over the head, palms touch. On your exhale, take the left elbow underneath the right. So maybe you just give yourself a big bear hug here. Maybe you can get this double wrap around the wrist. Make sure you're still sitting nice and tall in your spine. Good. On an inhale, lift the elbows up, the forearms away from the face, and then find a little bit of a back bend. Lift the chest up. On your exhale, squeeze the elbows down, forearms into your face, and then round through the back, tuck the chin. Good. Again, inhale, lifting up, opening the heart. Exhale, tucking and rounding. One more time. Inhale, lifting up and opening. Exhale, tucking and rounding. Good. Come back to neutral and release the arms. Inhaling up. And then exhale, this time right elbow underneath the left. Wrap at the wrist if you can, or just that big. Two more times. Inhale, lifting and opening. Exhale, tucking and rounding. One more. Inhale, lifting and opening. Exhale, tucking and rounding. Good. Coming back to neutral, releasing the arms. Just shake the shoulders out. Shake the head out. Good. From here, interlace your fingers behind the back. Reach the knuckles down to the earth. Roll the shoulders open. Look up. So open through your throat. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale. Let the chin come back down. Release the grip, taking the hands out. Again, roll out your shoulders. Roll out your head. Good, and then we're gonna make our way into tabletop. So maybe you just roll over the knees and come into tabletop. Maybe you just need to knock the feet out from underneath you and come to tabletop. So finding tabletop in the center of the mat. You're gonna stack the shoulders over the wrist, hips over the knees. Good, so this is tabletop. We're gonna walk our hands about 2 handprints forward. So the hips have to rock forward. So we're coming into low plank. So see there's a line from my knees to my shoulders, and my Wrists are stacked right underneath my shoulders. You can tuck the toes a little bit if you want a little bit of support there. Good. So we're going to take a low plank chaturanga push-up. So your elbows are going to stay tucked in, touching your ribs. So you go as low as you can while you're using your triceps. If you notice that the elbows start to go out wide, or you start dumping into the back like this, then don't go as far. So you might even go just like this little far, this far. You might go all the way down to the 90 degrees. So we're just going to take a deep inhale, and then exhale, find that chaturanga. So go down to 90. And then inhale, press back up. We're going to do that 5 times. Exhale, 90 for 2. Inhale up. Exhale, 3. Inhale up. Exhale, 4. Inhale up. Exhale, 5. Inhale up. Good. Rocking the hips back on top of the knees. Take the arms out long. Come into puppy dog pose. So in puppy dog pose, you can keep this a little more restorative, just taking the forehead down, let the arms rest on the mat. If you want to be a little bit more active here, you can come up onto the fingertips, lift the elbows up, maybe even bring the chin to the mat. But don't do the chin to the mat thing if it hurts your neck. So feel the shoulders pull down into their sockets, feel the armpits reach towards the mat. Good, start to slide the hands back a little bit, and then for you in class, you start to feel your arms really shaking and feeling a little too fatigued. You're always welcome to drop back to puppy dog. You get that same extension in the spine. So pedaling out the feet, stretch to your ankles and calves. Good, finding a few breaths of stillness. So you want your back to be in neutral. So if you feel yourself kind of rounding like this through your back, watch what I do. When I bend my knees, lift my hips up and back. You see how my spine becomes a little more neutral? So bending your knees as much as you need to make the spine your priority. And then take a second to bend the elbows out wide, and then feel yourself wrap the elbows back in so the shoulders are in their sockets, and then lift and reach the chest back towards the thighs. Down gets that stretch in your ankles. Good. On your inhale, walk forward to the top of the mat. Let's find a ragdoll. So feet are hip width distance. Grab opposite elbows and just feel this release in the neck and the shoulders. Find a little space between your jaw and shift your jaw left to right. Find that breath. You can bend your knees as much as you need. You can sway or bounce a little. So every once in a while, maybe a supplement of breath at the mouth might feel good, like a nice, you can do that. Good, releasing the hands, keep a little bend in the knees slowly. Start to roll yourself up with the head. Be the very last thing to stack. And then shake out the shoulders, shake out the legs. I took the opportunity where my head is missing to scratch my nose. But I just told you, so it didn't even work. So come into the top of the mat, finding Tadasana. So your palms out. Take a deep inhale, let the arms rise up over the head. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Reach the knuckles down, roll the shoulders open through the throat. Good. Exhale, hinge from the hips, reach the knuckles up and over the head. So if you need to take a towel or a strap between your hands to do this, or anything, a shirt, you can do that. Good, and then releasing the hands down. Inhale, find a halfway lift, bring the hands to the shins. Exhale, press the hands into the mat, step back. We're gonna come into that low plank again, and we're gonna do 5 chaturanga push-ups. For 5, up, 4, up, 3, up, 2, up, 1. Come all the way down onto your belly, tops of the feet to the mat, pulling the chest through the arms, cobra. So little to no weight in the hands. And then exhale, tabletop to downward facing dog. Pedaling out your feet. Inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, step or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, press the hands into the mat, step back to plank. So option to do it from high plank this time. So just check in. When you do these, don't let your shoulders crunch into your ears. Don't let that low back dip. So drop your knees if you need. I'm not there to watch you, so I'm trusting you to trust your instincts. So rocking forward on the toes. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, chaturanga for 2. Inhale up. Exhale, 3. Inhale up. Exhale, 4. Inhale up. Exhale, 5. All the way down onto the belly. Tops of the feet to the mat. Lifting the heart up. So you can either stay here for cobra, or you can press into the feet, straighten through the arms, lift the quads, and pull the heart through. Open through the throat. Up dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Breathing here. Take about 5 rounds of breath here. If you need to supplement out the mouth, you can do that. Good. Inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, step. Maybe float forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, press the hands into the mat. Step or float back and just take your flow this time. So exhaling, chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog. Exhaling, down dog. Good. Inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, step or float forward to the top of the mat. Big toes to touch. This time, sit back in your chair. Inhale up, Utkatasana. So reaching your hips back and down. Getting those quads fired up. Find your breath. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, press the hands into the mat, step or float back. You can take your flow, or you can just come to straight to down dog. So it's your choice. From inhale, the right leg up. And then exhale, step the foot through. Keep the back heel lifted. Inhale up for high lunge, Anjaneyasana. Good, breathing here. One more inhale. And then exhale, hands to the mat, step back. You can take a flow if you want, or go straight to down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step the foot through. Inhale up, high lunge. Holding here. Make sure you're not spilling forward in the pelvis, so feel this little tuck. And then exhale, hands to the mat, step back. Again, you can flow or go straight to down dog. Inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, step or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Sit back in your chair. Inhale up, Utkatasana. Good. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, press the hands into the mat, step or float back. Chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step the foot through. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step the foot through. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back. You can take the flow or go straight to down dog. Maybe take a child's pose for a moment. So that's a really simple flow. We're going to move through that 3 more times. But you're going to do it on your own. So if you don't know what's going on, just watch me. I'll be doing it. We're going to do it 3 more times. So try to connect that breath with the pose. If you don't get it exactly right, it's okay. Just try to sink into that moving meditation. So we're going to start from the top of the mat. So from down dog, inhale, look forward. Exhale, step. Good. Sitting back in your chair, begin. Round 2. Last round. Once you make it through the left side, you can take a flow. We're all going to meet in child's pose. So just give yourself a moment to reconnect to your breath. Ooh, it started pouring down rain here. It's perfect. So you want to reconnect to your breath. Notice that your heart rate's up a little bit. So just feel that. Notice how that makes you feel physically. You might be warmer, sweating. Remember that your heart rate is directly linked to your nervous system. So when your heart rate's up, those neurons firing through the body and the mind are going a little faster. Your breath, your respiratory system, is directly linked to that heart rate. So by taking the opportunity to slow down your breath here, you're going to slow down your heart rate. You're going to see how that affects how you feel physically and mentally. So by practicing the skill of calming yourself back down, you're creating strength, mental strength, physical strength. That is equally as important as all the strengthening and lengthening poses we do. Just being in stillness is so important as well, which is, I think, a hard thing to do for a lot of people. So just take a moment to enjoy the stillness. Learn to calm the body back down. Understand that that is necessary. It's a necessary skill to help you function, to help you think clearer, make better decisions. Good. So when you feel calmer, you've got that breath again, you're gonna press yourself back into down dog. Good, so from down dog, take your hands a little bit wider. Turn the fingers out. So not often in yoga do we get biceps. We do a lot of tricep work, and this is an opportunity for bicep work. So from here, we're gonna do down dog push-ups. So the elbows are going out wide, and it's like you're gonna take your head to the mat. So it might not touch, just get those elbows out wide. We're gonna do 10 push-ups. So starting with a deep inhale. Exhale for 1, inhale back up. Exhale for 2, inhale back up. Exhale for 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale. Exhale 6, inhale. Exhale 7, inhale. Exhale 8, inhale. Exhale 9, inhale. Exhale 10 and hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back up, take the hands back in, and then walk the feet forward. Let's find a ragdoll. Shake the arms out, take the head out. Maybe a nice sigh out the mouth. Good, heel toe the feet together. Sit back in your chair. Inhale up, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, step the left foot back. You're gonna pivot the heel in. So we're coming into warrior one. So those toes are kind of turned at a 45-degree angle on the back. And you might wanna walk that left foot over a little bit to the left side of the mat. So you kind of deep into this right knee. Good, lifting the arms up, warrior one. Pressing into the outside edge of that left foot. Good, from here, interlacing the hands behind the back. Reach the knuckles down, inhale. And then exhale for humble warrior. Taking the body to the inside of that right thigh, like you're gonna touch your nose onto your big toe. Take the arms up and over the head. Good, one more exhale. Inhale, rise back up. Reach the arms up, inhale. Straighten through the right leg. Pivot the toes in. So now you're straddling. You might need to adjust that back foot. So this is the best view of class. So inhale, open the heart, look up. And then exhale, fold forward. I made a joke. It's hard when people aren't here to laugh at me or laugh with me. But I'm sure you're all just laughing hysterically right now. So just hanging out here. Anytime your head is below your heart, it's considered an inversion. Usually the blood has to work against gravity to get up to the head, and then gravity pulls it down. But since you're upside down, now the blood is like, oh, I can go there easily, but I have to work to get up to the hips. So the blood flow to adjust to that pull and gravity has to kind of slow down to make that adjustment. So inversions, having your head below your heart, is automatically going to slow your heart rate down. So remember, your heart rate's directly connected to your nervous system. So this also gives you a sort of calm feeling. Good, so rise up halfway. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. And then start to walk the hands over to the left foot. So opposite leg, left foot, pivoting the toes out, pivoting the right heel up, and then heel toe that foot out and up. Drop the back knee and tuck the toes. So your hands are the inside of the left foot. You're in runner's lunge. So from here, you can just kind of rock side to side. Enjoy the sensation in the top of this right thigh. Good. And then you're going to heel toe that left foot back in between the hands. And then you're going to sit the hips back for half split. So sometimes I see people take their hips and sit all the way down. So that doesn't do anything for the hamstring. So come back up. Keep the hips stacked over the knee. You might not get this leg totally straight, and that's okay. So this hamstring is connected to the sit bone, that bone point at the bottom of the pelvis. So imagine that this sit bone is pulling back, and you're really going to feel it in the hamstring. Again, you might not get the leg straight. That's okay. We're working on your flexibility. So it's about moving a little bit deeper into what your capacity is. Good, so from here, you're going to bend into that left knee, untuck the back toes, lift the back knee. We're going to come into standing splits. So walking the hands back towards the standing leg. See if you can get one hand, maybe both. That's pretty tough. You're going to feel your belly press onto the thigh. Try to get your chest towards the knee, your forehead towards the shin. And then this back leg, that glute, that right glute has to squeeze for you to be able to lift the leg up. And then exhale, drop the right foot down to meet the left. Shake it out. Good. Heel toe the feet together to touch. Sit back in your chair. Inhale up, Utkatasana. So we're coming into eagle. So you're going to take your left elbow underneath the right. You might wrap at the wrist. You might give yourself a big bear hug. Rooting into your right foot, take your left foot up and over. So maybe a kickstand here with the toes. Maybe you can point the toes back. Maybe you get the double wrap. Wherever you're at, sit the hips back and down. back and down. Find something to stare at that's not moving. Good, keep your arms. Inhale, rise up, unwind the leg. Shoot it back for eagle arm warrior 3. Hold it here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 with control. Step that foot back, keep the arms where they're at. Lift the elbows up, arms away from the face, inhale. Exhale, releasing the arms. Inhale here. Exhale, open up warrior 2. Straighten through the right leg. Pivot the toes in. This time interlace the hands behind the back. Reach the knuckles down. Open the heart, inhale. And then exhale, fold forward. Take the knuckles over the head. Good, releasing the hands down. Shake the shoulders out. Rise up halfway. Hands to the hip crease, rise all the way up. Pivot the left toes forward, sinking deep into that knee, warrior 2. Take an inhale. Exhale, spin the hands. Step your right foot forward, forward fold. Good, we're gonna do that all on the opposite side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sit back in your chair. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back. This time you're pivoting the right toes down, 45-degree angle in the back foot. Maybe walk the foot towards the right side of the mat to traction your legs. And then rise up, warrior 1. So your hips are working towards squaring towards the front of the mat, bending deep into that knee, active arms. Good, from here, interlace the hands behind the back. Try the opposite grip this time, so that awkward interlace, the one that you don't typically go for. Reach the knuckles down, open the heart. Exhale, humble warrior. So you're in the inside of the left thigh. Forehead going down towards that big toe. Knuckles over the head. Inhale, rise back up, reaching the arms. Straighten through the left leg, pivoting the left heel in. So you might need to adjust your stance so your feet are in line. Good, open the heart, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Good. So if you have a consistent headstand practice, I'm not there to look at you and to guide you. So if you've never done this before, I suggest doing it with a teacher first. But if you have a headstand in your practice, feel free to get into headstand. I'm not going to do it today. But if you've got it, trust yourself, do what you can do. If you don't got it, wait till you have a guided teacher to help you with that. You're going to take your hands underneath your shoulders, walking the hands to the inside of the right foot. So pivot the right toes out, pivot the left heel up. So you heel toe that right foot out and up, drop the back knee and the toe. Runner's lunge. Rocking side to side. Opening up that left hip flexor. Good. So from here, you're going to heel toe that right foot back in between the hands. And then you're going to sit the hips back, half splits. Again, so you're feeling those sit bones pull back so that you can get that hinge from the hips. So it's not about how far down you can get with your upper body. You can stay up. You can even put your hands on blocks. This is about the hamstring, getting into the hamstring. So don't let yourself crunch through your neck and your upper back and round through your lower back. Try to keep that nice long spine and just focus hamstring. Your knee doesn't have to be totally straight. You're working with your capacity of flexibility. Good, and then bending back into that right knee, untuck the back toes, lift the back knee, standing in, standing splits. Walking your hands back towards the legs. See if you can wrap one or both around the calf or the ankle. You feel your belly on your thigh, your chest towards your knee, your forehead towards your shin. This left glute is squeezing. You gotta lift it up, 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 up. And then drop the left foot down to meet the right. Shake it up, ragdoll. Big toes to touch. Sit back in your chair. Inhale up, Utkatasana. So eagle on the opposite side. Take your right elbow underneath the left, wrap at the wrist. Rooting into the left foot. Take your right foot up and over. So maybe kickstand here. Maybe you point the toes back. Maybe you get the double wrap. Wherever you're at, keep reaching your hips back and down, back and down. Keeping the arms where they're at, start to rise up, unwind the leg, shoot it back for warrior 3 with eagle arms. Hold it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With control, land. Keep your arms. Lift the elbows up, forearms away from the face. And then inhale the arms up. Exhale, rotate open, warrior 2. Start to straighten through the left leg, pivot the left toes in. Interlace the hands behind the back. Reach the knuckles down, inhale. Exhale, fold. Woo! Hello again. So this opening with the arms here, you're getting a chest opener across the chest, and then a shoulder rotator opener by reaching those knuckles down. Good, so really release the hands. Shake out the arms. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, rise up halfway, hands to the hip crease, rise all the way up. Pivot the right toes in, bending into the knee. Warrior 2, take an inhale. Exhale, spin the hands to the mat. Step back to a plank. So a little more arms here for you, Karen. And everyone else. Right elbow. Up onto your right hand. Up onto your left hand. Good, now down on your right elbow. Down on your left. Up on your left. Up on your right. Down on your left. Down on your right. Up on your right. Up on your left. Down on your right. Down on your left. Up on your left. Up on your right. One more, down on your left, down on your right, up on your right, up on your left. One more, down on your right, down on your left, up on your left, up on your right. Good, drop the knees, sit back, child's pose, just for a moment. Find your breath. If you need to take your arms by your side, you can. All right, we're going to do one more arm exercise, shoulders strengthener. So you're going to come back to that forearm plank. So you can keep your knees down. So get your shoulders stacked over your wrist. You can interlace your hands here. And then tucking the toes, lifting the knees. We're coming into dolphin pose. So you're walking your feet forward. Try to keep your shoulders stacked over your elbows. And then look at your thumbs. Good. So from here, see if you can lift the right leg up. Hold it there. Good, release the right leg. See if you can lift the left leg up. Hold it there. Good, release. Good, so from this dolphin pose, we're gonna take our chin towards your thumbs. So we're gonna do that 10 times. So rocking forward, chin to thumbs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Sit back. Take a moment. Good. So from here, you're just gonna shift the hips out, legs out in front of you, turning towards me. Shake the legs out. Bring the hands to the quads. Just shake it out. Roll out your knees. Good. So we're gonna do a double pigeon. So if you have super tight hips, first of all, sit up on a couple of pillows if you need, 1 or 2 pillows. See if that helps. If you feel any pain in your knee as we do this, you can always just do it with one leg. So just take it at your own pace, trust yourself, don't push it for your knees. You should feel this on the outside of the right hips. If you feel it in your knee, that's your joint, those tendons, those ligaments telling you your muscles are too tight. You gotta back off and slowly build. So I'm not there, so I'm trusting you. So for double pigeon, either you're taking the one leg or we're gonna take both. So let's start with your right. You're gonna take your right ankle to the left knee. So you want this bottom shin to be right underneath the right shin. So this knee might be way up, that's okay. If you notice that this hip is really lifting up, that's when you need to put a pillow underneath you so that you can get both sits bones equally down. Because when your pelvis tilts, it's just cheating, really. So lift up so you can get your pelvis level, flexing through the feet. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, start to fold forward. So you might not fold forward if it's already pretty intense. If you want to fold all the way down, you can. If you want to bring a pillow or something for your head to rest on, you can do that. So I really like to take my elbow hook of my opposite arm and just kind of hook it around that foot to keep it flexed. Because when you flex the foot, it protects the knee. So it just shortens that muscle a little bit to help take any pressure off the knee. So just breathing here. Good. On your next exhale, slowly start to walk yourself up. Take the hands behind you and just release the legs out. You can shake them out again. If you want to roll out the quads, roll out the kneecaps, you can do that if that feels good. And then we're going to move into it on the opposite side. So one side might feel different than the other. If you need to lift up or just do the one leg, you can. So you're going to take, this time, your left ankle to your right knee. Try to stack the shins so you see this triangle in between the legs. And then make sure your pelvis is level so both those sits bones are equally down. If you need to lift up, do it. And then keep the feet flexed. Take an inhale. And then on your exhale, hinge from the hips, folding over. I like to take that hook on the elbow to keep that foot flexed. And breathe here. Good. On your next inhale, slowly start to walk yourself up. Take the hands behind you so that you can release the legs and shake it out. Maybe roll out your ankles a little bit. And then you're going to set yourself up for staff pose. So staff pose, your legs are straight out, flex the feet. If you have really tight hamstrings, lifting up is going to help. If you want to bend the knees a little bit, you can. Good. So from here, take an inhale. And then exhale, releasing and folding forward. So maybe you just grab the legs and let yourself feel this kind of stretch through the back body. If you get the toes, you can feel yourself kind of pulling the chest through and hinging from the hips. Good, slowly rising up. Taking your right hand behind you, left hand in front of that side. Find a twist. Good, start to bend through your right knee. Take your left hand and grab the outside edge of the foot. And then straighten and lift the leg. Keep that twist over to the right. Getting into your IT bend. We did this the other day. Good, bending back into the knee to release the foot. Come back to neutral. This time take your left hand behind you, right hand to the outside of that side, twisting. You start to bend into the left knee, taking that right hand, grab the outside edge of the left foot, lift and straighten the leg. Keep that twist. IT band. Good, bend the knee, release the foot. Good. So from here, you're gonna find the center of your mat. So scooch to the center and then come down onto your back. So you want the feet to be right underneath the knees. You want your knees and feet to be hip width distance. So the line from here to the knees. I'm trying to think of that kid's song, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. You want them all to be hip width distance. And then the feet are pressing down. Take the hands down to the side, palms down, press the arms down, and then feel yourself pressing into the feet to lift the hips up for bridge pose. So maybe you stay right here. Maybe you come to the outside edges of the shoulders and interlace your hands underneath the back. Your chest is reaching towards your chin, not the opposite way. So you're not tucking the chin. You're going to keep that chin perpendicular to the throat. Keep the back of the neck slightly lifted, and then just keep reaching the chest towards the chin. Good. Releasing the hands, the shoulders, slowly rolling down onto your sacrum. Bringing the feet mat width distance, knock the knees in, bring the hands to the belly, and start to feel how when you inhale, your belly is going to rise. And when you exhale, the belly is going to lower. Inhale, the belly rises up into the hands. Exhale, the belly lowers. So keep breathing like that. That's breathing with your diaphragm. So your diaphragm sits underneath the ribs all the way around. And when you inhale, the lungs fill up and that diaphragm compresses down. So that's why the belly lifts. It's to make room for the oxygen in your lungs. And when you exhale, that diaphragm compresses back up, pushing the carbon dioxide out, and that belly lowers back down. So sometimes when we get stressed out, we go into this fight or flight breathing and breathe just shallow chest breaths. So I'm reminding you how to breathe properly, just in case you've gotten into that shallow breath. And when you breathe properly, you get more oxygen in, that's energy, more carbon dioxide out, that's detox. And the stress hormones that are kind of kicked into gear when you do that stress breathing, like cortisol or adrenaline, you're going to help to balance that out by breathing fully. So I challenge you in moments of stress to practice this full, natural diaphragm breathing. Good. So if there's any final pose that we didn't do today, feel free to take a moment to do that. But when you feel nice and ready for it, you're just going to extend the legs long, take the palms out to the side, close your eyes, and find your final Shavasana. So while you stay here in your final Shavasana, I'm going to sit up and talk you through a little yoga nidra. So you're still laying down in Shavasana. Just take a little scan of the body, starting from the toes. Release and relax up the feet, the ankles, the shins, the calves, around the knees, the quads, the hamstrings, around the glutes, the pelvis, the low belly, into that low back, around into that upper belly and solar plexus, up in the ribs and the right chest and the left chest, wrapping up over the shoulders and into that upper back, your right shoulder blade, your left shoulder blade, into that mid back, up into the armpits and down the arms, the elbows, the forearms, the palms, the fingers. Feeling the throat and the back of the neck soften. Feeling the jaw release, the cheeks, the eyes, the forehead, around the crown of the head, into the ears. Giving yourself a few moments here just to enjoy feeling really relaxed, really calm. So I want you to remember that you can come back to this space as often as you need it. This is your space. This is your peace. But today, whenever you feel ready, slowly start to bring movement back into the body, the fingers and the toes, the wrists and the ankles. Maybe take a full body stretch, reaching up, yawning in, and sighing out. And then rolling over to your side, finding a fetal position, curled up nice and cozy on your side. Take a moment to feel gratitude. I know things are crazy right now in this world, but there is still something to feel grateful about. I feel really grateful for this yoga community that's showing up for these classes every day. So thank you so much for joining me today. And when you feel nice and ready, slowly start to drag yourself up to a comfortable seat and bring the palms together at your heart. The teacher and the light in me honors, respects, and sees the teacher and the light in you. Namaste. Yay! We did it! 3 days in a row. Thank you guys so much for coming again. I hope it was great. I'm going to be doing this every day at 11:30, just until it feels like a good time to stop. But right now, I'm really enjoying this, and everyone seems to be enjoying it. So just keep joining me at 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Tell your friends. Again, if you feel inclined to donate any money, you can find me on Venmo. It's Erica-Porter. I'm on PayPal as well. It's eport628@gmail.com. But again, I just want anyone and everyone to be able to do this. I know there's a lot of people out of work, so don't feel guilty or anything about it. Just show up and be here with me because it feels really good. So thank you guys again. Send me a message if you have any questions. And then today I took a request. So if you have any requests for me tomorrow, shoot me a message and we'll do it. Sound good? All right, I have to log out of 3 different live feeds. Here we go. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you,